All right, now that I got your attention, hello, welcome to the stream. We are joined today by special guest, Foxcade.
Hey,
what's up, buddy?
What's up?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Not too bad. Always a pleasure. Last time you joined us, we were dragged down to card game hell.
Yeah.
And
I do think back on that stream. I was like, I really just threw them to the wolves on that one. But I think we had fun.
And we did learn through that. I learned that I'm like, oh fuck, Vanquish Souls is kind of cool.
After a recent big project I had to put out, I treated myself and I bought that deck in physical, even though it's been pricey for a while.
Let's go.
Because it got off the ban list. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna treat myself and go buy that, and I'm gonna go hit up a locals. So I was like, hell yeah.
Oh, you went to a local?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It went good. For drunk driving that deck and just being like, okay, I'm still trying to remember the lines, and it's like not automated like it is on a digital sim.
Okay.
So I have to remember like, okay, this is how this works, and da. I did okay. I did respectable for first time going to locals in a minute.
Okay.
Did you win one match?
Oh, I won a couple.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I won like 2-2. So
that's good.
Oh, that's very respectable.
It's all right.
Okay.
Did anyone have proxies?
No, that's not a thing Yu-Gi-Oh really does.
That's
if
only
someone
Magic.
if someone did, I would not have a problem with it.
Okay.
But that is much more of a Magic thing, because Yu-Gi-Oh reprints the hell out of their stuff.
Because we've been discussing proxies on CSB for a couple weeks now, and it's something that I kind of didn't really know as much about, but I like the whole thing with like buy to win philosophy. It feels like, oh, but if you just want to play the game, just fucking play it. And I'm like, oh, that's a pretty solid way to do that.
If someone brought proxies to me, or if it was like I was at a locals and someone had proxies, I'd be like, hell yeah. Like, I would not have a problem with it. I think it's a little bit less okay if you're bringing it to like a tournament setting, but that's more because it's like there's an official rules going on. But if you're just having fun at locals, like, who cares?
Okay, yeah.
And except the tryhards.
Exactly. Then people will have their own rules. Well, I paid $80 for this playset of these cards, and you're bringing something you got for free. That's not fair. Blah blah blah.
And buying the Vanquish Souls was that's for the flex, though.
That's for me. That's for me.
That's for you. Yes. All right.
Down the woolly hole.
Down the woolly hole. Whatever that means. Title pending. I don't know. Maybe we'll come up with a better one as we're going. But hey, have you guys ever been down an internet rabbit hole?
Oh, hell yeah.
A few in my lifetime.
Okay.
That happens.
Yeah.
Go wiki diving.
Wiki diving was a big thing. I loved that back in the day.
You stopped doing that? You're too cool to wiki dive anymore? Now you're Reddit dive.
Now he's a daddy.
I am raising a child. Like, the fuck are we talking about?
You just like rock her with like your foot in their little crib while you're like,
yeah. Well, currently,
tell me about the 10th Egyptian prince.
Well, currently I'm rocking her to sleep and swiping through fucking Epstein files. So I mean, I don't know what you think.
That's your current.
I'm busy right now.
Dive.
He's Reddit diving.
Yeah. Okay, we're staying on top of things. Got to know what's going on out there. All right. But that being said, I enjoy a good rabbit hole, and I do feel like there's always been, especially back in the day when I used to just be like, yeah, let me start on this random topic and see where I wind up. There have been a couple of great ones back in the day. Sometimes you go to TimeCube and you just go until you get it right. And then when you eventually reveal what the truth of the matter is, you kind of come out enlightened and you go, I see. Yes. Or Catalika, the sun lady, right? The same thing. You kind of just, you go like, what's the deal with, okay.
Those are the satisfying, like, where it finally clicks and you're like, oh, this is an insane person.
I mean, there's, of course, right? Sometimes I remember, like, at one point, like, I just clicked on the string theory entry in Wikipedia, and then got brought down the road to M-brains, and then to, you know, like it was my first introduction to like observation of particles and waves and all that stuff, and then going and somewhere like, what is my most layman's outsider understanding of this thing, and then where do I wind up, and then like, ooh, someone has a cool name, what's that over there, and then we're talking about what different dimensional theories and representations are. And it was like, that was a fun, you know, night, just going.
I like your rabbit holes are a lot more scientific, because a lot of the time I think in recent years mine are a lot more like, okay, why is this person in shit? Mine's a lot more like drama hog.
Okay.
Oh, why is this guy
clucking hens?
I'm looking through. It's like,
water
okay, what do you do?
shit.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, look, I you know, it's whatever you're drawn towards, whatever you got time for, I suppose. But back in the day, I used to do those, and then there were some fun ones too. Like, I remember going deep into the Principality of Sealand, right? Which was,
I don't know about this.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
this is news.
Put a bookmark in that. All right, put a bookmark in that. All that to say that rabbit holes are a really fun thing, and I feel like, you know, in recent years I haven't had a chance to really enjoy them as much as I used to. However, I have discovered there's basically a Reddit group that goes into rabbit holes and starts just researching topics and going into stuff, and I thought, this looks pretty cool. This might be fun to do on stream, is to just go into some...
We need to commodify interests.
I think there's something to just learning about some random shit.
Oh yeah.
Right? Now, the other day we did a chill stream, and at some point we were just like, yo, what the fuck is up with curling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? And then we went into like learning about that. That was a little bit of one, you know.
So was it like, I missed that. Was it just like start from like how do you play curling, or is it just... I
think we started because I basically me and a friend back in our QA days, we had an idea for a curling themed manga, and like I have artwork of it that was like, you know, saved, and we basically started describing that idea, and then we're getting into like, wait, okay, so like what are the specifics of like curling, because like it's really cool how you like slide on this, but it's also like, can you just go, like, there's a curling club downtown that we know of, and we started talking about what was around and all this stuff.
Did that give you appreciation for like sports mangaka, where it's like, how much do they go and like invest? Like, I know George Hajime no Ippo's, yes, he literally like runs a boxing gym, or he's like at least like a coach
with the Takamura statue.
But he's got the Takamura statue.
Yes, exactly.
And so it's always fun like seeing those. So it's funny. It's funny that you went through that experience.
It was a lot of fun.
How much do we dig into this?
Yeah, and do you go like full simulation, you know, like Slam Dunk, or do you go like Ice Shield 21? We basically have powers.
Yeah,
Prince of Tennis dinosaurs. You know?
Shoots. He has the laser slide,
and it was way more hype to do the one with the powers. So yes, exactly.
You want to be stylish about it. Yes. Like that's where I think Ippo gets away with a lot, because it's like, yeah, these are realistic things, but you got to give it a little pizzazz. You got to be a little bit, because like one of the fighters Ippo boxes against like a magician.
Okay,
a magician, and it's just it's like a specific way he punches that gives him an extra like quarter of an inch.
Yeah,
but it's like, oh my god, it feels like his arm goes forever.
Exactly. And so no, it's not a laser toss. It's the rival of the main character. His sweepers are twins.
Oh, and
they're twins that are like in sync, so they brush.
So perfectly. They know exactly how to like keep a rhythm.
Exactly, that's and good. Then like the rock that he uses has a yin and yang kind of design on it, and the two of them perfectly encapsulate the balance, so that when it hits the exact middle, you see the.
I'm already picturing the manga, like the paneling in my head of like you have one brother on one side and the other, and you have like the
literally
yin yang symbol behind them. It's like they're in perfect sync.
From such a height, but we're doing it with like this is so we went down the like into that whole thing, you know, and it was fun. I don't know, did you have any like rabbit hole topics that you remember going down the road on?
I mean, that happens almost all the time.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah, and it can be about anything. Like oh, you're watching sumo, and you're like, oh, let me look up some stats, you know.
I think sumo is your most recent
cool.
one where you like actually got like super in on it, because I'm assuming that started from a rabbit hole, I'm guessing.
It was actually a friend that was like, oh, there's sumo on Twitch now. I was like, oh, really? And you're up late and they're showing a basho at like 2 a.m. and you're just like, oh, let me check this out. And it's actually pretty hype. It's cool culture, cool, there's technique, there's decorum, there's a lot of respect involved. So yeah.
There's tech.
There is absolutely tech.
There's baiting startups.
Like in a game where like the only requirements is be 15 years old. You want to, and be a man. But there are a lot more of women's league that are popping recently, but it's mostly a man's game.
Yeah.
And 15-year-old, you're a boy, get in there. Try to pull some rope and get some stuff going, you know? And it's all about technique.
So that's a pretty solid one. Yeah. And now accessible by having God damn it, Siri, shut the fuck up.
Is that mine or yours?
That was yours, but mine goes off too.
That's weird because I don't even have mine on.
Yeah, no, the problem is that like even when off, saying things like seriously creates an issue.
That's weird.
Yeah, it sucks. Anyway, we had one day where we heard on stream and everyone heard it and we freaked out and didn't know what happened, and like I spent the rest of the night just like is there a ghost in my house? Yeah. You know. Anyways,
and then you do it, and then you do a rabbit hole on Montreal ghost exterminations.
Christ. All this to say. So there's a really there's a fun thing I found, and it's called quality rabbit holes. And interestingly enough, it's like it seems like it was a dead subreddit that has become like kind of active again. But there's a lot of posts that are from unknown deleted posters that went deep diving into research on topics that I thought was like, oh, that's interesting. And a lot of the time, like there was a lot of time when I see like rabbit hole stuff pop up, like on like there's like I think there's like just a community that's like our rabbit holes or whatever. There's a lot of just like creepypasta stuff, or here's a weird website, here's a weird TikTok channel. You know, and it's kind of like there's not much to it besides just like, yeah, this is really unexplainable and weird or whatever. But the difference I found was that the quality rabbit hole was the person looked into it, did the dive, wrote up what they found, and like there's enough there to chew on, you know. So I was like, yeah, that might be fun. And I was pitching that. I was mentioning to you, I was like, yeah, I wanted to check that out. And you were like, that sounds fun.
That sounds fun. Can I get in on that?
Let's fucking do it. So I have put together a list of random ass topics, and I have no idea where we're going to go with these and how. But for the most part, we're just going to go down the woolly hole, so to speak, is just going down the rabbit hole on random topics, learning about some shit. And, you know, if we branch off and take tangents and go in other directions, good.
Yeah.
Because that's what this activity tends to be, you know? Right. So we're deep diving on random shit today. That's the plan. I was going to get started, but before we do, an amuse-bouche has been prepared. An hors d'oeuvre. Because word on the street is that there are people, speaking of curling, there are people shit-talking Canada's honor.
I saw a little bit about this.
Olympic
I saw a little bit about this.
Damn.
And I don't know what you heard or what you've seen.
I saw a confrontation happen. I don't know what the context was, but I was like, oh, they're like a hockey fight is about to
dropping
get
bombs
thrown down.
and
Reggie, can you believe that someone has the audacity to question our curling honor?
That is crazy. I thought we had enough of a good rep to not be accused of anything bad, you know?
So what do we have over here? Taking a look. Olympic curling match descends into chaos after cheating allegations prompt profane insult. Tempers flared at an Olympic curling match between Canada and Sweden Friday, with a profane insult being hurled after allegations of cheating were made. Canada beat Sweden 8-6, and the Canadian third, Mark Kennedy, and Sweden's Oscar Eriksson got into it after Eriksson accused Kennedy of an illegal procedure called double touching stones after releasing them at the hog line.
What?
Kennedy shouted, "I haven't done it once. You can fuck off."
I did see that. I saw that.
Oh my god.
I'll show you a video after the game where it's 2 meters over the hog line.
Damn, Eriksson.
Both sides appealed to the officials, but no results were changed.
Those are some accusations.
Swedish team leader Fredrik Lindberg said in a statement, "At this point, the Swedish Olympic Committee will not seek investigation regarding the events during Friday's game, according to the National Review."
Okay.
Wild shit. Kennedy responded to allegations after the match. "I have a ton of respect for Oscar Eriksson," he said.
Not anymore.
"He's one of the best players to ever play. I just told him I would never accuse you of cheating. I've been on tour for 25 years. He pulled a hogline official on us to make sure we weren't double touching. The hogline official was there for 6 ends, never said a thing, and he's still talking about it in the 9th end. I don't like being accused of cheating, so I told him what I thought of it."
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
Right? According to World Curling policy, a moving stone cannot be touched beyond the hog line, but it is not a violation if a thrower double touches the rock before the line. So there we go. Again, wild shit being thrown at Canada, and I believe, if that were just the end of it, then that would be insult enough.
That is disgusting. I can't believe what they're saying.
However,
what do you mean? However, this isn't the end of this.
However, the story continues.
Whoa.
Canada faces second cheating accusation in Olympic curling scandal.
What second? What do you mean?
One person starts it and it's like, oh, they're cheating.
Oh my god.
The Winter Olympics have been marred by allegations of cheating against Team Canada. That's fucking bullshit. Marking the second accusation in the curling arena, the latest controversy unfolded during a match against Team Switzerland at the Milan Cortina Games, following a similar claim by Team Sweden. Both incidents have sparked heated discussions among athletes.
That's crazy.
What is the double touching infraction? Double touching refers to a curling rules violation where they touch the stone after it crosses the hog line. The situation is placed to focus on the actions of Canadian player Mark Kennedy. The incident, when it took place, won the match 8-6, etc. We just read that, the responses from the athletes. "We're human out there," he remarked.
We're human. We're human. You can't be doing this.
This is fucking... How dare you accuse us? This is crazy. The scrutiny did not end with the men's team. Canada's women's curling team
team's even getting
similar
shit.
repercussions in their game against Switzerland that same day. Skip Rachel Homan was cited for a double touching penalty, leading to the removal of one of their stones.
That's the girl I was telling you that was like the leader of Team Ontario. I was like, Rachel Homan, I missed you.
I thought you were just playing up a bit.
That seems like a bit, but he was talking about
Rachel. That is homegirl.
Damn. Yo, talk to your girl, Reggie.
Oh my god. I'm so disappointed.
I thought it was going to be like, same accusation on like the same player. It's a different player on a entirely different team.
Listen, this is horseshit of the highest order being tossed at us, all right? Moreover, the increased vigilance in officiating these games has led to a stone being removed by the British team during their match against Germany. Referee cited Scottish curler Bobby Lammy for a double touching violation in that instance. Oh, if he's Scottish, that's going back to the origins.
Yeah.
You gotta be fucking... All right, the allegations surrounding Team Canada at the Milan Cortina Games highlight the intense pressures of the emotional stakes of Winter Olympics during curling competitions. As the games continue, all eyes will remain on the ongoing performance and conduct of the competing teams. Y'all, it's getting disrespectful out here. And
that's not right.
My understanding is that I believe we have some footage. I believe we have some footage in question.
Some footage to clear our name, right?
To clear the situation up, I do believe we have some footage. Let's go now to our live
correspondent on the scene.
Yes, our live replay of what happened. All right,
let's Let's get to the bottom of this.
I haven't done it once. You can fuck off.
You haven't done it once?
I haven't done it once.
Okay. I'll show you a video after the game.
How about you walking around on my grill?
Let's get that again.
You can fuck off.
You can fuck off.
I haven't done it once.
Okay. I'll show you a video after the game.
How about you walking around on my grill while I stay dancing around the house here? How about that?
Was that before the line?
That was before the line.
Was that before the line?
Before the line.
Was that before the line?
So the
I need
line.
another angle.
So the line.
Inconclusive.
So hold. The
Hey.
line is here.
Hey.
The line is here. And then.
Okay, but what counts as before the line? Does touching the line still count as before? What are the rules here? Is it offside? What's going on?
Well, look, that
He's
is
not officially crossed it
Look,
over,
right?
and his finger's already off. I think that's fine. That's
What?
100% fine.
Does on the line mean before or after? We need to clarify this.
No, I think that's fine.
I didn't see
think that's
anything
fine.
wrong. I didn't see
think
anything wrong.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up
Yep,
Yep.
and let Canada do what it does.
that's right. That's winning at curling.
It's insane. It's insane. I ain't seen nothing. Nowhere. And that's that.
Nothing. If you got a problem, get a better referee or system.
Get better players.
Case closed. Problem solved. Done.
I saw nothing wrong. Man.
That's kind of wild, though. See
That
the
is.
little
Yeah,
extra,
the little-
the little extra. That's some wild shit.
So
I mean, it is crazy.
They
but
did win
considering
8-6.
what else has been going on in the Olympics as far as cheating goes,
I was wondering, you know, because I saw the memes before seeing the videos of the cheating allegation, and I just saw like a curling rock with like God's finger. I was like, what is happening?
Okay, so I don't know what else is going on, but I did see. Are you talking about the speed skating wipeout?
No.
What
did
do
you not hear about the
what are you talking
the
about?
ski jumpers with their
The
the
boots
bodysuits?
were a few milliliters.
Oh,
Yeah, this we linked.
Yes.
The thing that we linked. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I heard a few things about cheating. First, I
Okay.
heard that ski jumpers had boots that were too long,
Yeah. Okay.
and they were disqualified for that. Two, the thing that I linked to where it was long ski jumps, but they had padding and bigger bulges.
when they went for fittings, they no, I don't even think it was padding. I think they injected something.
Saline
They
solution or
injected
something
some shit
to get
some, like,
bigger chunks.
Yeah,
To improve
inflate
aerodynamics.
themselves.
Okay.
And I saw graphs that were like the extra the extra material on their ski suits could give them enough clearance to jump over a car
Yeah.
with the amount
Like
of
a few
wind,
meters.
with the wind it can catch.
Yeah. Like fucking dick flaps.
Yeah,
Right.
literally.
Right. So this. What's the deal? Norway ski jumping team. Yeah. So it's like the area that's just there, adding a
Yes.
little bit of fabric right here creates a wingsuit.
Fabric
Yes.
and junk
100%,
injections.
yeah.
And junk injections.
That's crazy.
See, wait, go up just a little bit. Okay, so manipulating the crotch area in the uniforms of its top two male jumpers, the Norwegian team. Last year was caught. So everybody's like, hey, how's your crotch this time around? All right? This is okay? No, not too much. Okay, let me just...
We gotta get some fucking,
Yeah, you're gonna have to get someone like
the full analysis. Oh my god. Okay, so I wasn't even thinking of that.
Like
I
you're
thought
crossing the border.
because I was thinking I heard about because there's clips. One, there was a I think a Japanese downhill slalom skier that like crossed the finish line backwards.
Oh,
It was just a crazy, like, flip
they
and
kind
then-
of flip
yeah.
themselves around. Yeah.
So there was that, and then there was a speed skating.
Something about crashes? Or
Oh,
something?
yeah,
Being
yeah,
premeditated,
yeah.
or-
I do think it's funny, looking at the history of the Olympics, is just like a contest of who can cheat without getting caught.
Which I think this year people are more like...
There's a lot going
They're
on
into it.
this
They're like,
year.
hey,
How inventive can you get?
After everything that happened in the past like 4 years, you know, like, hey, we could cheat and nobody's gonna say shit, right?
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna need to find this. There's an exact clip of what I'm talking about because it's not so much cheating as it is just like kind of ridiculous. Yeah, here, just vamp for a minute. I'm gonna try to go pull this up.
Well, if we're gonna talk about Olympics, I gotta say, I watched an event and I was like, damn, you know what? I actually enjoyed watching the Olympics. It's pretty fun. Yeah. I watched the long program for the men's figure skating event. And it was so hype, but not because it was great, because there was a chain of choke happening. And it was so good. Like, the guy who won gold was maybe like 8 or 9 skaters after him, right?
Yeah.
So that means that he was in 8th or 9th position after the short program. Anybody that comes after had a higher score in the short program, which means that they need to get less points in the long program afterwards. And everybody that came on the ice choked.
Wow.
One after the other.
Wow.
Up until the final guy, which was the American. And they're like, okay, well, he just needs to do like 80, 90 points. It's a ridiculously low number. He should be getting it, okay?
You just don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up. Just land your jumps. Just do your jumps and you're good. He goes for the first jump. He's supposed to do a quad. He chokes. He doesn't pull the trigger. Jump canceled. Second one, he's supposed to do a quad again. He does a double spin. He chokes. And everybody's like, oh my God, he's going to choke. He's going to choke. So that means that he needs to get more points in the following jumps. Falls, chokes, ends up in 9th place or something. And everybody's like, yo. And everybody that's before him, all the Japanese, all the people, they're all crying because they're like, dude, all we had to do was just do the run properly without falling and we would have won. And the Kazakh guy is just like, yeah, I won. I was the best today.
That is always the most painful chokes, isn't like, oh, I could have done this if I like mastered it. It's, I just had to do the bare minimum.
Do the bare minimum, and you could have won gold. And everybody choked one after the other. It was glorious. And it was history.
And suddenly, this dude found himself winning.
Yeah, because that guy was like, okay, well, nobody after freaking did it well.
Now, hold that energy in your heart.
Yeah,
all right?
Okay. That was Salt Lake City in 2002. That does happen.
What the fuck?
That does happen.
That is crazy.
That is so. Happen. I just love his reaction of like, hell yeah. I'm just like, yeah, I'll take it.
Unbelievable. You know,
we take those wins.
Why not?
That is the expression of we take those.
Literally, we take those.
You like the frosted tips 2002,
yeah,
you know?
He's got a real look to him.
I also, there was one more thing too I saw was I think it was just like a random, it was not Olympics at all, it was just but it was a speed skating thing as well. And someone, basically the skater, she had a strategy that was like, as soon as the match started, she did a super exerting power lap that like went ahead of everybody and then put her back behind the last place. And then everyone is kind of just so focused on just skating and keeping their energy right and everything that like it's 9 laps and like 9 laps later they kind of forget that
she's not in last place. She's
not in last place.
She's so ahead.
Wow.
And she's just drafting behind everybody, minimizing her energy to just go with the pack.
Yeah, and she's in first place.
And because last place, when the person who is in the lead crosses the line, there's a bell that goes off to tell everybody this is the last lap, right?
Yeah.
But she was with the group. So when they heard the bell, they thought, "Oh, okay. Well, this next one coming is when the match is over."
Oh my god!
You know?
Yeah. Imagine you're like the actual last place. You pass the line, and then it's followed by the bell, and you go,
It's
the fuck.
Yeah.
It was so nuts, you know, and it was just like and just literally just do one power lap and coast.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's smart.
And it doesn't like, and I saw people kind of going like, that doesn't work if like everyone is on top of their shit. But it's one of those kind of like the wrist.
You catch them lacking. You catch them lacking,
exactly,
and they're not paying attention. They're in their own head, and then you're like, no,
like that little wrist flick thing though in BJJ.
Yes,
it's one of those like just if you're caught sleeping, you're
too
lose.
focused in on your thing. And you kind of forget that your opponent could do some bullshit. And you're like, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
I can't believe that worked.
Incredible. So yeah, no, in the end, Canada remains goated in curling, and go fuck yourself. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, don't question us.
Investigation done. All right. Amuse-bouche completed.